Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siska Malisa Putri. I'm from R4B class, and this is my third assignment of academic speaking. Please pay attention, and here we go.
Have you ever studied online?
Yes, I have. Because of the pandemic, I started to study online from the first semester of college until now. It's since 2020 until now, 2022.
Is online learning popular in your country?
Um, Before the pandemic start, it's not that popular. It's mostly used for some seminar, but after the pandemic started, all of the learning activities used online.
Is it possible to study your subject online?
Well, it's just in my opinion, right? Okay, it's impossible thing to understand the material well. Why? Because um, I'm in education of English language, right? And let's say, for example, we learn about phonology subject, and it is the subject that teach you how sound of word made or how to say a word with the right way. It cannot be understood just by online learning because we have to see our lectures explain and practice the word to us, and well, that's why I think it's impossible to study the subject by online. And you know what, mostly because of the online learning, we don't have material notes on our books because everything is already in PowerPoint or PDF that has given to us. But of course, we all know that the interest in Indonesian literacy is very low. That's why, even though the material has been given, sometimes it is still not read.
What are the differences between learning online and learning face-to-face?
It has a big difference to me, of course, and it is in all ways. First, the first thing is the students will understand the material better by learning face to face because why? It makes it easier to think. Also, they can interact with their friends, and with face to face learning, uh, we can better understand the material being explained and more actively participate in teaching and learning activities. In face-to-face learning, students will focus all their minds just on the lesson. But while in online learning, students who are at home are not focused because they also have other activities, like such as maybe cleaning or other things. And also, online learning cannot supervise students properly as in face-to-face learning. In face-to-face learning, the teacher or the lectures will see and will know when their students don't pay attention to them. But when online learning, a student can even skip class because they fell asleep and so on. Well, it also affects their mental health. Uh, why? When face to face, even if the material is not understood or they have difficulties, they can still interact with their friends, and maybe they can be able to study together. An active school environment certainly reduces their accumulated stress. While in online learning, many students complain about their mental health due to factors in their family and because they are always at home and do not interact with as many people as before. Many students admit to experiencing anxiety and meeting other people or when in a crowd. This is certainly the most important difference because their mental health is support for them to be able to carry on their usual activities. Well, however, that doesn't mean that online learning has no benefit at all. With this online learning, students are directed to be able to know and understand technological advances. Well, uh, it's all from me. Thank you for listening and pay attention to me. See ya.